Standardized test. Let's face it, we've all heard those words and are immediately taken back to our days in middle school and high school, where testing occurred much more than we would have liked it to. Although most students dread the idea of those long cumulative tests, they do serve a very specific purpose, which in turn affects both students and teachers. Today, I want to discuss the effects that standardized testing has on both students and teachers. So, what exactly are standardized tests and their purpose? According to the Association for Supervision and Curriculum Development, a standardized test is any examination that's administered and scored in a predetermined standard manner. The purpose of standardized tests is to measure students' knowledge and understanding of material that they have acquired up to a certain point in their school career. These tests outline the benchmarks that students should hit based on grade level. The results should allow teachers to make inferences about student learning. Over the years, standardized tests have also been used to evaluate the effectiveness of teachers in the classroom. Standardized tests usually have the biggest effect on students because they are the ones responsible for taking the test. There are three main points about standardized testing and how they affect students: stress, feedback on teacher instruction, and they limit student learning. According to a survey by the American Psychological Association, 83% of teens surveyed reported that school was their source of stress. Test anxiety and stress is a result of the pressure of standardized tests in middle school and high school. Excessive testing places unprecedented stress on students. In the long run, the high levels of stress from testing put students' health at risk, leading to things such as anxiety and depression. Standardized testing also indirectly impacts students by providing teachers with feedback that can be used to guide future classroom instruction. Results from standardized tests help teachers see what benchmarks students are missing and if their teaching methods are effective on student learning. Student learning may be inhibited by standardized tests also. With more focus put on test scores than curriculum, teachers are teaching to the test instead of growing students' knowledge. According to a report from the National Education Association, 42% of teachers surveyed reported that the emphasis on testing scores had a negative impact on their classroom, and 15% said they had a positive impact. So, this in turn can limit teacher creativity and diminish student engagement. Standardized testing also affects teachers. So, it affects the way that teachers teach, because they teach to the test. It impacts teacher morale and accountability, and the use of classroom time. High morale is a key factor in a successful learning environment. However, with the pressure of testing increasing, teacher morale is greatly impacted. The National Education Association did a report that a majority of teachers felt considerable pressure to improve their test scores. They feel that pressure because they are held accountable for student performance on the test. Student performance affects things like teacher pay and job security. Both of these things are extremely important and can place teachers under incredible amounts of pressure, which in turn leads to teachers leaving this profession. The time that teachers have in the classroom each day for instruction is also very limited. According to another report from NEA, a teacher in Georgia said her school spends a minimum of 8 weeks testing during the school year. That doesn't include preparing for the test, talking about the test, and examining the data from the test. Teachers lose valuable time prepping for and administering tests that they could be spending using with instruction. Standardized tests affects both students and teachers in a variety of ways. It places stress on them. They can provide indirect guidance for future teacher instructional methods, and their learning may be limited for specific test standards. For teachers, curriculum freedom, morale, and accountability for student performance, as well as time management, are all results of standardized testing. Overall, standardized tests affect all students and teachers in a multitude of ways, both positively and negatively. Thank you for joining me today.